Hey everybody, it's Garrett and Katie. We're finally back home. I have every intention on catching up on the videos that I missed. Tried to catch up on some when we had some cell service today, but not a lot. Only have so much time. But we have some YABOs, and we want to talk about the trip some. Not that it's super interesting. Showed you guys some of what we did today. Not everything we did over the last few days, because that was us time. But part of the reason we were on the trip was we were scouting out locations for our off-road wedding plans, as it were. We want to have our ceremony and do everything somewhere what we think is beautiful, somewhere we like to go, and don't think it needs to cost an absolute fortune to attend or have it. So I think we found a good location. If you make it to Colorado, if you can make it, and you want to make it, message us. We can tell you where it's at. You're more than welcome to join. There's no dress code. You just got to be able to make it to where we're at. That's all I ask, and it won't be that hard. You will need more than a minivan, though.
Yes.
But so we each brought, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I brought 5 pipes. How many pipes did you have?
I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well.
Majority of what we brought was Missouri meerschaum stuff, just because
I didn't even touch 2 of mine.
Things getting beat up, things getting pounded around. You don't want to bring your pretties, you know.
No.
My number 1 pipe on the trip was my Missouri meerschaum General, the stem that I've customized and whatnot. It's a forever stem, but I've also drilled it out for a 6 mil, and then I gave it a nice little bend, and I can clinch it. It's a little bit of work to clinch, but it can happen. Then my number 2 would be tied between my hardwood poker. Sorry, stem's off because I'm getting ready to clean it. And my reverse calabash cob that I got from, or the flat cap piper got for me from the Chicago show, which I greatly appreciate. It is also modified for a 6 mil filter, although you can't tell. My only complaint about that is that at altitude, different pressures and temperatures seem to change the fitment of the stems. So if you guys go camping at, I think we were at 10,000 plus feet the last couple days.
So
we were actually at a campsite that meets up with the Colorado Trail, a backpacking trail. We met quite a few backpackers.
couple cyclists.
Shared a campfire with one. One showed up way too late. She was really, really tired, and she didn't even want to get near the fire because she didn't want to get warm and then not have the energy to set up. I can't blame her for that. It was a heck of a trip, though. You guys saw in our previous video from this morning or this afternoon. We had a killer campsite, just fantastic. The only downside, there's some standing water somewhere nearby, so mosquitoes, as the wind would die down, would come. But mosquito spray works fine. But we also have some YABOs to do. Let's start with one that's not a box. It's an envelope. This is a recent blend from Adam at Cloud Bear. I'm opening this all under the camera because there's addresses all over all of this, because the post office you put your whatever you're sending, right? And then if they feel like it, they put extra stickers so someone else can read it later on. So my address and other people's addresses are all over these boxes. But this is Deckhand. Interesting sounding blend that just recently came out, and I wanted to give this a shot. And that smells like it's going to be nice. sniff.
Nifty. What is this one?
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. It's in my messages. What it's comprised of. I think it's one you'll enjoy.
Smells like it. Nice, fine, fresh tobacco.
So downside of doing 100 blends in 100 days is, well, there's a number of downsides. The one that isn't a downside that everyone's been commenting on is how hard it must be to do all these, to smoke 100 blends. That's not hard. Getting the 100 blends, honestly, also not hard. A little financially taxing, but we've enjoyed a lot of it. The downside is it sets a precedent that you're going to smoke this much. I don't think there was a day that went by over the last 3 or 4 days. 4 days? 4 total days?
Mm-hmm.
Where we haven't had at least 3 pipes a day, if not 4 to 5. And almost never the same thing. Sometimes, because I just grabbed a stack of tins from what we reviewed, and I just put them in my lunchbox. So I have it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 blends with us. One of which I'll show you because we didn't do it in 100 blends in 100 days because apparently it's a lot harder to get your hands on, and I didn't want to. I don't want to do any more blends. 100 blends, 100 days videos with tobacco that there's no point in doing a review on it because it's so hard to find. This is one of them. Currently, I cannot find it, and if you ask around, I'm pretty handy at finding stuff. This is Treasures of Ireland from Dan Tobacco, the Donegal. The tin's not really all that legible from that distance. I don't know how old it is because I don't know how to read the date code. But it is delightfully aromatic, similar to Innerdale, but not. It's similar in how strong the aromatic comes through, but it's not as oily. It's not pressed. It's not a flake. It's ready rub ribbon. If you've tried Blue Note, perhaps it's that level of a quality blend. It has a lot of sweetness to it, but the tobacco comes through. I really enjoy this one quite a bit, and I wish that more people could get their hands on it. Because honestly, I'd give that one a solid 8.
I like that one better than the Blue Note.
Yeah. Well, the next Yabo
Word
is from Cigar Bins. So this is one I got myself, and I want to show this real quick.
This is how some of this was possible. Good old Cigar Bins.
Yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3. Get them all facing the same way. So I can get a deck of cards. I have 4 pouches. Captain Black Original. This is one we enjoyed. A lot of people enjoy it. I got these for $1 a piece and could have got more. And I paid $2.50 in tax. Whereas it would have cost me at a brick and mortar here $15 on average for these pouches. So yeah. I also have, at the same price point, I have 2 pouches of the gold, which is not, I don't know if it's as good, but it's different. So I have 6 pouches tobacco without taxes. Cost me $6. I got this really cool tamper, which I had hoped would show up before we went on the trip. So this is going to be one that stays in the Jeep for off-road. Oh yeah, my tire carrier broke today. The one that I built.
Thankfully before the giant puddle.
Yeah, but it broke in a place I was concerned with because there's 2 different thicknesses of metal, and I only have a 120 volt MIG welder, and it does a really good job. Like all my other welds, perfect, but this point right where it broke is, I told her before we left I was concerned because just the different thicknesses, I wasn't sure that it penetrated, and it did penetrate. You can see, and the actual, or like a couple of the welds started to give, and then the metal fatigue from the rest of those welds not being in place, that's what broke it. So I'm gonna try and get a hold of a mechanic friend of mine, and he has quite a welding setup, and see if he can help me fix it.
Reinforce it.
But this is the Rockwell tamper. Got it from Cigar Biz. It has a bottle opener. It has a scoop. It has a corkscrew, and it has a poker.
No poker. And a little tamper flat side. Spiffy.
Hold it down here maybe. But this will be handy camping because
we're not really wine folks, but
we're not. But I do like some of the meads, and those all come. Some of the meads.
That's all you.
Yeah.
So far.
Those come with in like wine bottles. But it's also got a little place for a clip.
Nice, nice.
It's a nifty tamper.
Indeed.
Then I got John Cotton's Double Press Kentucky. I don't think Katie's going to enjoy this one, but I know I will. And Hearth & Home's Black House. Black House is award-winning Latakia-based blend with Virginia's, Oriental's, Darkfire Kentucky, Perique, and a bit of unflavored Black Cavendish to emulate an old classic. I don't know what classic that's supposed to emulate, but I do know that the reviews on it are really good. I think I got this for $5 for the tin, and I think $7 for the tin of John Cotton's. So, definitely a cost-effective way to go. But, one more box. And this box, if you guys follow Paul Gilson, which you should, he's just good down-to-earth pipe smoker. When I started smoking pipe and I had questions, and I found my love for Mr. Brog pipes, I found his channel by just searching for videos about Mr. Brog pipes, because everybody and their cousin likes to downplay manufacturers who make pearwood pipes, and my experience couldn't be farther from the truth. I love my pearwood pipes; they're tremendous, and I have more coming. But I was curious if it was maybe Mr. Brog or other people that were poo-pooing it, and even in my conversations with Paul, they're tremendous pipes. They're fantastic. Looks like he's included a blend. RPG number 7, Captain Blood's Revenge. This is Paul's personal blend. It's got a date on there.
Ooh.
Give that a sniff. These are this is some of the pipes that he's been estate pipes he's been doing cleanups on. And I bought a whole bunch of estates to try and learn what I needed to know about fixing up estates. And I learned that I don't have the right equipment.
Didn't keep you from trying.
No, and I did fix up a few. Jess Piping got one.
It's nice and smoky.
Yeah, that smells good.
It smells fantastic.
Jess Piping he got more than one. He got a few of the ones I was able to clean up really well. But sent Paul some of mine because I didn't think I had the skills to pull that off. Oh, and he put this one in a nice bag.
So fancy. Oh my goodness.
This pipe did not look like this when I sent it. You want to show that off? That pipe was almost completely caked off. And
dang, you outdid yourself, sir. That looks fantastic.
That looks as good as a brand new pipe.
Hell yeah. Only thing that gives it away is now, if I remember right, this one was scorched to hell.
And it had
all over the side.
cake like erupting off the sides.
Yeah, erupting is a good descriptor.
And the stem was loose as hell, and now it's nice and tight.
Wow.
That is fantastic. That is all but brand new. Thank you, sir.
That was one I wanted.
It is one you wanted. That doesn't mean you get it. Let's see. Got one more here. Also in a nice bag. Thank you, sir. I did not send them with nice bags. That is something you did not have to do. I appreciate that.
Wow.
This was a Rossi. It's a Rossi Rubino. And this is, to my understanding, this is from either before or the time where Savinelli took over Rossi. This is an old Rossi. And this was just destroyed.
The grain on that's really pretty.
It's fantastic. And the way he cleaned up the edges. I'm willing to bet this didn't look this good when it's brand new. Now, this one, because it's Rossi, should accept 6mm filter. Almost.
There's not enough there. Don't do it.
There's enough there. Yeah, there's enough.
No, I mean on this side.
Yeah, but it's so the previous owner smoked these to the point where a lot of the plastic in the stems is like collapsed. This is going to be truly a fantastic smoker.
Yeah, it is.
This one I'm not letting you have.
That's fine.
I want that one. Let's see. Number 3 is the Conmoys. Oh, wow. This is a Conmoys Wendley. I don't know the age on it. I wasn't sure it could be saved. You can see even the wood's still.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. The grain pattern on it.
It really shines through when they're cleaned up, right?
Made in France, numbers 296. This is tremendous.
Damn good job.
Show that one off. Thank you, sir. These are fantastic. These are going to go to use immediately, probably tonight.
Really good. Very nice.
These will also not go camping.
No.
Because you don't bring things camping you're not willing to risk. And this Bulldog is perfect.
Very nice.
This is a Conmoys Guildhall. There's a maker's mark, but is there a bowl number? There we go. He saved all the stamping perfectly. I have not been able to do that when I clean some of these up, because the stamping will just like become a ghost. Number 1057. That is just, it is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Airway's nice and clean. At the angle it's at, it's hard to see, so I have to put something through it. Wow.
Very nice work.
Well done, sir. I imagine at Pipe Club there are going to be people offering me money. They will be sorely disappointed. This is fantastic to come home to after such a great trip.
Icing on the cake, as it were.
Yeah. That was a trip we truly needed.
Oh, yes.
It was, yeah, we needed that a lot.
Relaxing, to a timetable.
We run a pretty, compared to many people, we run kind of a high stress life, not by choice. And we have a lot of personal drama and things in our lives and professional stuff going on. A lot of people requiring a lot from us, and it's nice to be able to get away. It's also nice to be able to just there's more to it than just getting away, and I'm trying to come up with a way to put that.
Unplugging, very much so, from a lot of the stressors.
Getting your batteries recharged. Being able to just enjoy each other's company, but also completely away from our day-to-day stuff.
Yes.
I
actually lost track of time a couple times.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
Yeah, Katie's internal clock is like an atomic clock. She can tell you what time it is without looking at a clock. 9 times out of 10, she's right.
Always stuff going on. Gotta know about how much time has gone by on any given thing. Not this weekend.
No.
Not this weekend.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
We did, out of necessity, come up with a blend, which if you guys have the materials, I think Snap-on John does. Or John's Pipe Journey. Sorry. He has the stuff to repeat this. So I ran out of 1792 flake. That was the end of the first tin that I opened. And I had enough for half a bowl. And so I mixed it with the same volume of Innerdale. And wow.
That was good.
That was really good. I was actually enjoying that before we started the video. This is one of the other pipes that I brought camping. It's a Morgan Bones. It's a large volcano shape. And this one's been also modified. Chris Morgan told me it couldn't be done. I call BS, obviously. It smokes tremendously, even with a filter.
I didn't go over my pipes.
Yeah, no, I didn't go over all of them. The only other pipe I didn't go over was
I brought
our pipe for 100 blends in 100 days. This is what we try most of the blends out in.
Well, I brought 5, but I only ended up using 3 of them. Hardwood got used the most. Then Bones.
Also,
I really
filtered.
liked my Cobbett. So I enjoyed a few out of this one. Probably not one I should have brought, but it was fantastic for sitting by the fire. So.
It was.
So those 3, but mostly this guy. Did good. Did very good.
Yeah. Just wanted to catch up with you guys. We're back home. We're safe. We got all the bits of my tire carrier. Well, it's not bits. It just broke into 2 pieces, but got that strapped up to the top of the Jeep. You can see that in our the part of the video where we go. I kind of drive childishly through the water. I don't normally go that fast through all puddles, but if I'm putting on a show, I'm going to put on a show.
Well, I mean, when you can see clear through them, and
yeah.
Or if it's on the way back and you went through it the first time, there aren't any logs or deep holes you can't see, then
yeah, and I've done some work on that Jeep. It has some rust spots on the floorboards, and I recently waterproofed a lot of that. Those are going to be that's sealed up for now until I can get new floorboards for that. But that'll be a all winter project where I cut out floorboards and replace them. That ain't happening anytime soon. But yeah, no. Is there anything we talked about covering that we didn't cover?
I don't think so. Ruffles has been sleeping. She did her rounds in the yard, got some water, and has been laying on her couch.
She is passed out.
That's like 2 hours. Hour and a half.
She's a fantastic dog to have at a campsite, but not one that meets up with a hiking trail.
No.
She does not like people with hiking sticks, and some people, at least one person, when he found that out, continued to try and agitate her.
Yeah, that was obnoxious.
He stayed where he was and continued to clap his walking sticks and try and agitate her, and then he went about 50 yards down and continued to do that, and it looked like he was about to make camp and continue to try and agitate her. And then he chose to move on, which we're very thankful for, because she, unless we welcome you into our immediate space, she doesn't let you just come in.
And no, that was interesting to see. It's her first experience off leash. Got to let her off leash around the campsite a bit. That was fun. She did really good.
Yeah, she did.
She did great.
She didn't try and eat anything she shouldn't eat. She didn't try and dive into the river. She likes water. She likes looking at it.
Yeah, she likes looking at it and putting her nose in it, but she does not like to be wet, which I'm thankful for because I don't like wet dog smell. She had a blast running through the fields, and once she got a feel for jumping up on top of logs and stuff, every time we went to go get dishwater or whatever, she was just prancing around, leaping off of everything she could.
And thankfully, her coat hasn't shed enough from winter at this point where she would normally be, and she wasn't meat. She wasn't bait for the mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah, no.
They weren't able to get through her coat, so she made it through pretty unscathed. The flies, she would just walk around and try and just eat them out of the air.
Oh yes.
It was a really good time.
It was. She did so good. Good puppy.
Could talk about that pizza we had.
Oh yeah, she also had her first time walking around through a really crowded place because decided to go get pizza downtown Breckenridge, and thought we could get some parking close by and go check on her and give her water. I mean, it was like 70 degrees, nice cold wind. The few times we go out and do stuff, it's usually what we do. Check on her every 15-20 minutes or so and walk her around a little bit if we're going to go do stuff. But no, they were packed. We had to park, about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away?
Yeah.
So we walked her up through all the people, all the other dogs, all the other people. She did so good.
She did really good. And
she sat with us while we had pizza.
Which had to be torture because she loves chicken. And we got the strangest pizza on the menu with the hopes that it would work out exactly like it did. There's every chance that this pizza could have sucked. And if we describe it to you, you're going to imagine every way it could taste poorly. But it did not. It was chicken and waffles pizza.
We like to get the things that you can't get elsewhere when we go to places like that we're not going to frequent often.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It was.
It was everything you'd hoped it would be. There wasn't however they prepared the pizza, none of it like the flavors, all the chicken and waffles is what you got.
Yes.
And there was cheese, of course, because it's pizza.
Perfect amount of cheese. Not too much, not too little.
Not too greasy.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. And just
I think they might have done like a gravy or something for the sauce underneath. It wasn't red sauce.
Yeah, it wasn't red sauce.
It might have just been cheese and like Parmesan.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Good. She had some. Out by the river, on the patio, outside, having pizza. Well-behaved puppy. Working on getting socialized. She even let the waiter pet her. Say hi and pet her and bring her water.
Yeah.
She's doing good. Our good little rescue dog. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
She didn't let any squirrels get near our campsite.
No squirrels at the house, no squirrels near the tent.
And she actually let us get some sleep, which is rare. When we go camping with her, usually she'll sit on our legs and she's just head on a swivel looking for things through we have a round tent. It's an instant up tent, but it's round. And it's got mesh the whole way around. And so her head is just on a swivel the whole time usually. And if there's an ounce of movement she doesn't approve of, she wakes us up to let us know she doesn't like it. But yeah, no, she actually let us get some sleep. Like really good sleep. It was good. It was a good time.
Yes.
I think one night it did get down to must have been close to 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Probably like 35, 38. It was supposed to be like 42, but it definitely got into the 30s.
It was
That
very chilly.
miserably cold.
But we fixed that.
Yep.
No more problems with that. In the wintertime, or close to winter, we actually have a heater buddy we can bring with us for our bigger tent, where you can put it like away from things that'll melt. And it does a pretty good job, but we didn't have that this trip because we shouldn't have needed it in July.
Should not have now. I know she loves that setup even more. We'll bring her dog bed. There's room in that one for her dog bed, and a chair, and a heater buddy.
There's room in that one for a friggin' couch. It's like a 12-person tent or something.
Set it up as a suite. You gotta have enough space for the heater buddy. Safety first.
Yeah.
Comes with luxury. You know, it's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We got the last 2 days of 100 blends in 100 days, or last 3 days, sorry. We'll call it last few days.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll see what happens after that. We have some ideas, but not gonna make promises we can't deliver on. We might take a break and just do like, Cobb Tuesday or whatever videos or something. Which it might be a nice break to get away from the frequency of having to make so many videos. Yeah, don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss it. But thanks for coming and catching up with us. And if you guys want to send us any messages, just hit me up on Instagram. I'm pretty easy to find there. Outside of that, I don't put a whole lot of personal contact information out there because this world is getting weird. I don't really need to add fuel to the fire. But you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye.